Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 166.
This morning we woke up here at Wilderness Lodge with our club level access room, got ready for the day and went down to breakfast. They do have a basic breakfast here, cereal, pastries, oatmeal, and of course the Nespresso machine that Robert loves so much.
Especially in the mornings, it's a great way to start the day off, but I'm taking mine to go today. I'm not gonna sit out like I normally do on the balcony and just kind of enjoy it. I'm taking it to go because we gotta get to the parks. We are going to do another day of our extra 90-day fast passes that we got to book at the 90-day window instead of the 60-day window. Super excited because today we are going to Hollywood Studios, and 6 fast passes at Hollywood Studios is pretty awesome. Now, if you're not quite sure what we're talking about with the 90-day fast passes, just go back and watch yesterday's video. It's all explained in there. We're gonna dive right into today. So we hopped on a bus and went over to Hollywood Studios, and the very first fast pass we had, we did not make for when the park opened. We chose the 10 o'clock hour as a nice kind of mid-morning starting hour for our fast pass, which meant we had until the end of the 10 o'clock window to get to the ride. We did make it about 10 minutes early to Slinky Dog Dash. What a way to start off the day.
We love Slinky Dog Dash, and this really is a wonderful way to start the day. We love this ride so much. As soon as we ended with this ride, we walked right over next door to Alien Swirling Saucer because it was time for that fast pass. So we rode this one, and I really enjoy this ride. I know a lot of people think it's a kiddie ride, but it makes me smile and laugh every single time we ride it because I really enjoy it. It reminds me kind of like a hybrid of teacups, but I enjoy this one a lot more than I like teacups.
And after that ride was over, it only takes a couple minutes for Alien Swirling Saucers. We had once again about an hour to kill until our next fast pass. So we decided to walk over to the One Man's Dream exhibit, which is kind of between Toy Story Land and the Star Wars Launch Bay, Little Mermaid area and Animation Courtyard. They were doing a new preview in the theater there inside One Man's Dream. This was a preview of Toy Story 4, which is coming out in just a few days, and it was a very long preview. We were expecting like 2 or 3 minutes. It was something like 12 or 15 minutes or something like that. A good chunk of the movie they were playing right there in the theater. So we're like, well, air conditioning and we get to kill some time. We went and sat and got to see kind of the whole intro to Toy Story 4.
I was actually a little sad they played as much as they did because I don't want the movie ruined. I just wanted like a little preview of it. But they definitely gave us more than we expected, which is fine. Again, comfortable seats, air conditioning, and we had time to kill, so we were there anyway. After this, we did head to Toy Story Mania, one of our favorite rides here in Hollywood Studios. I always lose, but I still enjoy playing, and that's all that matters. I did horribly this time. Horribly. It was so sad because I was so excited about this ride. No, this was not a good day for me. It was for Robert though. He did very well.
Yeah, we'll just blame the gun. Your gun was probably malfunctioning, and your glasses were probably fogged up, and
you can always blame technology for anything that does not go right, and that's what we're doing.
That's what we're totally gonna do for you. I mean, mine was working right, of course, but yours was just totally broken. Now we have another hour to kill before our next fast pass, but we're also kind of hungry, and Alyssa saw that they had released a new dessert here at Hollywood Studios. Over at PizzeRizzo, they had a special Toy Story cookie just for the release of Toy Story 4. We had actually not eaten at PizzeRizzo. I ate there back when it was Pizza Planet, but we haven't eaten at PizzeRizzo before, so we thought, why not go try it, try the food, and of course get that cookie as well. So we walked across the park, got to PizzeRizzo, ordered a personal pepperoni pizza and a meatball sub, and of course we got the special cookie. This cookie was so cute, it looked like ham from Toy Story.
Ham
it was
the pig,
awesome.
Not an actual ham.
Yeah, well, you know, the piggy bank, not cooked ham. That would be a little bit of a weird cookie. It looks like a cooked ham.
We needed to establish that just in case.
So once we got it, we knew we're gonna have to go back to Toy Story Land to take a picture of it, which means we can't eat it while we're here, but we are gonna eat our food. We went upstairs and found ourselves a table, and we had no idea how well this place was themed. We actually started exploring before we even sat down to eat. because we were really intrigued by the crazy decor they had here in the building. And they actually have a room off to the side that's set up like a wedding reception venue, kind of. It's supposed to be, I guess, this kind of family restaurant in New York, and they've got this little venue private area over there. It is so incredibly well themed. And of course, it's themed to the Muppets, which I love.
It was really fun and really pretty up there. And so we did stay and eat up there because this was just the coolest experience. I have never eaten here before, and I had no idea this room was up here. So we were really enjoying being here. And again, in the air conditioning. It's summertime in Florida, it's hot. My pizza was actually really good. I've heard very mixed reviews about PizzeRizzo. I really enjoyed this personally, and Robert got the meatball sub, and it was really good as well. We both enjoyed it. So this was a really good, very filling lunch to have.
Yeah, I thought your pizza was kind of different than the typical Disney personal pan pizza.
Yep.
I don't know if it was a different crust. I don't know what was different about it, but I thought it was a little bit better than normal. And then, yeah, the sub was really good. I'm just glad that we got a heavy meal because we really didn't have much as far as snacks, because when we left the club level lounge, it was still breakfast. So all we had to get was like an apple and maybe a muffin. We don't have the trail mixes and stuff. So nice heavy lunch to carry us through to the rest of the day, and hopefully we'll make it back to club level for dinner this time. At this point, we were ready for our next fast pass, so we headed over to Sunset Boulevard for the Tower of Terror, which is such an amazing ride right after you've had lunch.
Probably not the best decision we've ever made, but we do love this ride. I especially love this ride, and I'm not going to miss it no matter what. So we did ride Tower of Terror, had a lot of fun, and then Robert rode Rock and Roller Coaster, and I sat outside and just enjoyed the summer heat.
Yeah, for whatever reason, she doesn't like Rock and Roller Coaster,
Nope.
especially after eating pretty recently, so that's okay. I enjoy it. I'm willing to ride that one alone. You rode Everest.
I did.
So I'm
My one
giving
brave
you-
thing of the week. It's done.
I'm giving you credit for Everest, even though you didn't ride Rock and Roller Coaster. After I was finished with Rock and Roller Coaster, we still had a little bit of time until our final Fast Pass, so we did walk over to Toy Story Land. We wanted to get a picture of that ham cookie somewhere in Toy Story Land, and we knew just where we wanted to get it. We wanted to go into the exit area of Toy Story Mania by the popsicle stick wall they have back there. Went back there, took a couple cute pictures of the cookie, and Alyssa was also in them.
Well,
and then we actually walked back in the exit of Toy Story Mania because earlier we noticed something different when we were leaving the attraction. They have a gift shop now, and we had no idea this was even here.
We talked to one of the cast members and found out they had actually just opened this a day or two before, so it is brand new. You've always been able to leave this ride without going in a gift shop. You still can, but now there's a gift shop option, of course, because this is Walt Disney World, and they will always ensure you have a chance to spend money wherever you can. But this was actually really amazing. They had some awesome things here. They had an alien backpack, which we love so much. It was made from seatbelts, which was really cool. Of course, they have every single character you can imagine from Toy Story 1, 2, 3, 4. It was just so much fun. It was like basically a store with your childhood favorite characters. It was amazing.
But of course we didn't buy any of those toys because we don't need them. We don't have room for them. It is almost time for our Fast Pass, so we're gonna walk back across the park one final time over to Star Tours, which I'm very happy for that to be our final ride of the day. It's a great ride. You never know which two scenes you're going to get. You never know who's going to be talking to you in the ride. So I like that it's random and you never know what it's going to be like.
But one thing we do always know is that Robert will not be the rebel spy, because that's just not going to happen.
Clearly it's not going to ever happen, but it's okay. I'm not bitter about it. It's fine. I've been on this ride how many times so far this year and nothing? Yeah, whatever. That's fine. After Star Tours, we did run back to the buses and try to get back to the resort. We're trying to make it there before the dinner or hors d'oeuvres, whatever you want to call it, has ended. We did make it in time this time, and when we got there, they actually had one of Alyssa's favorite dinner items from club level here at Wilderness Lodge.
And it's actually called Kids Pasta. I don't know who named that, but even adults like pasta. I'm just letting you know, in case you weren't sure. I do let them know every time I stay here that this is one of my favorite dishes, but they still name it Kids Pasta. But I will tell you how I make it adult pasta. If you take those bits of mozzarella cheese that they have over with the cheeses right at the beginning, you put it in there with the pasta, and now you have adult pasta. So I've solved that problem for them, and they know this is one of my favorite things that I love to do. It's hilarious. I even get a little knife and I cut up all the cheese and get it in there so it's all inside. And I usually end up having 2 or 3 bowls of this.
And they did have something that I've not actually tried from club level before, but it's one of my favorite dishes. It's shepherd's pie. It's kind of hard to mess up shepherd's pie, to be honest. And this was really, really good, especially since they normally have smoked meats. I kind of thought this may not be that great, but I really enjoyed this one. They also had a few other things like a soup of the day that was a tomato soup. Again, that's a win for me. And it would not be a trip to a club level dinner at Wilderness Lodge without some PB&J shooters. So I did get a plate full of those to go with my dinner, because what goes better with shepherd's pie than PB&J shooters?
A lot of things. So many things. I did not eat any tonight because that's just a weird combination. But yeah, he always eats them.
Yeah, I'm totally a child. That's fine. Whatever. After we finished our dinner, we headed back to our room and we saw a gorgeous sunset from our balcony. I love all the views here at Wilderness Lodge, but especially when you get one that's facing the Magic Kingdom side of things, you get some beautiful sunsets that you can see. After the sunset, we went back over to the club level lounge because it's dessert time now. Grabbed ourselves a few desserts. We knew we were gonna go back to the room and enjoy those. They once again had a cobbler. This time it was a caramel pear. This one's good too. I feel like this one is a little sweeter. Even if it's not more sugar, it feels like more sugar when you eat it. So I always have to have some milk with this one especially, and I usually would go with the coffee with it, but this one needs milk because it needs something to cut the sweetness. They also had some citrus curd that was pretty good if you wanted something a little more fruity, and of course cupcakes and cookies. We grabbed a few different desserts to take back to our room, and then we went over to the concierge desk and asked them if we could check out some DVDs, because they have a full DVD and Blu-ray library here in the club level lounge just for club level guests. And they got out the iPad and started scrolling through all the different movies. It was a really cool app. I'm not sure what they were using, but it actually had all their movies in there and you could see which ones they were and check them out. It was really neat, like a little library. So we picked out a couple movies that we wanted to see, and one of them Alyssa has never seen before.
But Robert has been wanting me to watch it, and when I saw they had it, I was like, okay, this is a good sign. It's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I'd never seen this movie before. So we did check that out, went back to our room, and enjoyed desserts while we watched it. I really enjoyed this movie more than I expected because he's kind of talked this movie up a little. So if I don't enjoy it, it's going to be like one of those awkward moments like, oh yeah, it was okay. It wasn't okay. But I actually did enjoy the story a lot. It was very well done. It was a lot longer movie than I expected it to be. I didn't realize how long it was.
And I mean, it is a product of the time that it came out. Like looking back, the effects and everything,
they did well.
It's not Avengers Endgame, right? But for the time, the effects were phenomenal, and I do love the story and just the whole thing. It's great.
We were once again able to see fireworks from our balcony, which is just a really cool experience because this is not a fireworks view. It is a standard room, but it is so cool that we get to see fireworks from here. We can't hear Happily Ever After, but I mean, we can sing along and just go with it, so that's what we did. Then we decided to take a walk around the resort. It's very peaceful here at night, and we love walking around Wilderness Lodge. It's just a gorgeous resort. We ended up stopping about halfway through our walk and just sitting by one of the fireplaces because it was just so quiet here in the resort, and the fire going was just so peaceful and calming. So we just sat there and enjoyed sitting by the fire for a bit before finally heading back to our room. We don't want to stay up too late because we have another full day in the park tomorrow. And that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
for our Year with the Ears.